So in today's lesson, you're going to learn how to make and read a histogram. So what is a histogram? Well, a histogram looks a lot like a bar graph, but it is quite different. If you take a look at this bar graph, each of these bars represents a different category. So in this case, the favorite type of movie, we've got comedy, action, romantic, drama, and sci-fi. These are all the different categories of the movies. Where when you look at the histogram is a range of data. In this example, it shows that we have the score on a final exam. And then we have all these students. And so we have about 4 students that scored between 0 and 20. And then in the next interval, we have about 10 students that scored between 20 and 40. So it's in ranges of the data, and in this case, the ranges are the different scores that the students had earned on a final exam. So how do I make a histogram? Well, before you make your histogram, you're going to organize your data in what's called a frequency table. This right here is an example of a frequency table. So in this example, it says that the sheriff's office monitored the speed of cars traveling on Turner Road for 1 week. The following data is the speed of each car that traveled Turner Road during the week. Tally the data in 10-mile-per-hour increments starting with 10 to 19 miles per hour and then make a histogram. So here are our intervals that are 10 miles per hour intervals. So now I'm going to take my car speed and I'm going to organize it by tallying each one of these piece of data. So I'll start with my 45 and then I'll put a tally in the 40 to 49 area. I'll do the same then for 52, 47, 35, 48, 50, 51, 43. So now I have them all tallied, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say the frequency for the 10 to 19 is going to be 1 car. Between the 20 to 29 interval, I'm going to have 3. 30 to 39, I'll have 9. 40 to 49, I'll have 11. 50 to 59, 7. And 60 to 69, I'll have 1. Okay, so now we're going to take our data from our frequency table and we're going to put it in our histogram. Again, notice how the histogram has each of the intervals are broken down into 10-mile-per-hour intervals. So let's go ahead and we're going to then, we have 1 car in our 10 to 19. We have 3. Alright, so now I filled in my histogram into the different intervals. So let's go ahead and take a look at our histogram of car speeds. Based on this data, we can tell that there aren't very many cars that went between 10 and 19 miles per hour. The same thing went for between 60 and 69 miles per hour. Based on this histogram, you could tell how many cars went between 30 and 39 miles per hour, but you're not able to tell how many cars, for example, went 34 miles per hour because it's based into intervals, and there could be some cars in there in that interval that went 34 miles per hour, but you don't know if there are or not. So in today's lesson, you took a look at how you can make a histogram by first organizing your data into a frequency table and then taking that data and putting it into a histogram.